I'm Lucy,
I'm Amelia.
and welcome to
Two girls,
All the Tea. So grab a cuppa.
and join us.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
to another episode of Two Girls, All the Tea.
It's a bit of a different one today.
Today is a bit of a rogue one, but just something we wanted to branch out into. So today we thought we'd come to the table
with some conspiracy theories.
Yeah, conspiracy theories is a strong word. More like areas of discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, do we talk about the whole Avril Lavigne situation? But I feel like everyone's been there, done that.
Yeah, these are kind of quite basic ones. But it's
Yeah.
things that we just interesting to know people's opinions on. And I feel like as well, I don't really know your opinion on too many of these.
Yeah. So, I will say with the Avril Lavigne situation, what are our thoughts? So for anyone who doesn't know, I mean, you've probably been living under a rock if you don't. There's this conspiracy theory that Avril Lavigne was replaced because there's pictures where her face looked very different, like her voice sounds different, her handwriting's different. I say she grew up and changed her style.
Yeah, I don't
A lot of people say she died and then the record label still wanted to make money from her, so replaced her with someone called Melissa. And people are like, oh, but she changed from really punk rock to feminine. Okay, we all change.
Yeah, maybe she just woke up one day and she was like, I want a different brand.
Yeah.
I don't really know too much about it. I know that is a theory, but I haven't seen the pictures of Melissa. And
I remember when I was 14 and I saw pictures where it was Avril Lavigne versus Melissa, and it was I've looked back at them last night because in preparation for this episode, they are literally both Avril Lavigne. You can tell they look very the same. But when I was 14, looking at these pictures, and it was look how her nose shape is very different. Look how her lips look different. Look how her eyes are wider apart. And I was like, oh my god, it's so true. It's lighting, babes. Yeah. It's lighting on photos. She's in different outfits. She's had her hair dyed.
Yeah, I just feel like it was just one of the things everyone just kind of jumped on the bandwagon, probably myself included.
Yeah, when I was 14, and I was like, oh my god, that took me on the depths of Twitter. That's so true.
When you've been stuck in a Twitter hole for 4 hours, it all looks real.
I feel like Avril Lavigne went on the Call Her Daddy podcast a while ago as well and was like, this is so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
She was like, what are people on about?
Sometimes you can just wake up and choose to change your style.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. It's moral of the story, we're not going to go into deep depths like that.
Yeah.
We're just sort of having more little discussions.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I don't really know your thoughts on too many of these. So I was like, that's interesting because I just it's things that are thought-provoking, and everyone's had these convos with their mates, you know?
Yeah.
So cracking straight on. My first... They're literally on this side. My first
You're it's a blank page. The Mandela effect.
Yeah, to be fair. My first one was aliens, ?
Aliens. I think there must be.
In it.
Because this is the thing, how can we expect that we are the only, living things in the entire universe?
Yeah.
There must be something out there.
Yeah.
We can't be, there can't be just one planet with living things on it.
Yeah, I think though, I'm sure you agree, I don't think they're these green guys with antennas.
No, that's media
that's media, and that's kind of children's books and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun when you're a child.
Yeah.
You think of aliens and you think of little purple guy.
Yeah,
it's
little
cute.
UFOs and
stuff.
It's
cute. But I think anybody who doesn't think there's other life out there, I think that's maybe just to protect yourself, to not be scared of it. I'm kind of open to it. I was speaking to the guys at work last night, and I was like, let them come over.
Yeah,
I'm open to that
Why
idea.
not?
I'm open to moving there,
even if it's a planet that has living plants on it or something. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be these little green, black-eyed little guys.
They're kind of cute if it was.
They are kind of cute.
They are kind of
cute. Yeah, there has to be something else out there. You can't just expect, even if it's Asgard with Thor and Loki. Please visit.
I beg.
Please visit.
I will move there immediately.
But you know what I mean? We can't expect that we are the only planet with living people on it. There has to be another race or living thing out there.
I also think that I like to I don't like to think, I like to wonder are they in the same situation as us?
Yeah.
For example, how our planet is slowly dying, and let's get deep, but how our planet is slowly dying, not in our lifetime, hopefully.
Yeah.
And there's kind of all these politics happening, and no one really lives in peace.
Yeah,
and
no one can really afford anything anymore.
Yeah, I wonder if they're having the same crises as us, or if they're potentially a lot more advanced because they've gone with maybe they've gone with other ways of, like, I genuinely believe there are, like, maybe not exactly humans, but there are other people out there.
Yeah.
But I genuinely believe they're potentially more advanced than us.
Yeah.
If they've gone with other approaches to things.
Yeah.
Maybe they're even watching us and learning from our mistakes. And honestly, I love that for them.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you, mate. Because I think that's what we should do.
If you've ever, I don't know if you've ever watched Stargate, but if you've ever watched Stargate, it's a sci-fi series. I'm not saying Stargate is canon, like real time canon, but they visit like other planets, and a lot of planets have like humans on them.
Yeah.
And it's just that like basically like humans have just kind of like moved about. But obviously they visit other planets that do have like alien species on there, and they do a lot of planets are either much more underdeveloped than us, or they're more advanced than us. And I think that's what it is. We're not all like at the same, we don't all like develop at the same rate. So I think there could be some planets out there where they're still like cave people.
Yeah.
Or there could be some planets out there where they are already developed, they've got technology. They could even like potentially fly through space.
Yeah.
And like they could visit us if they wanted. God help us if they do.
Yeah, honestly,
you know what?
Them.
Let them. At this point, what's the worst that can happen?
They'll let them play by Mel Robbins. Like,
have you seen that meme where it's like, what if an alien species suddenly comes and they're like, we're going to take over your politics, we're going to start running your world, and we're like,
thank God.
Thank God.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I saw someone say on Twitter the other day, it was like, if alien species come over, I'm going to tell them that our world leader is the guy who wrote Gangnam Style.
Please.
PSY.
Have you seen that concert of like everyone dancing to it? We need to show them that and be like, so that's like a presidential party.
That's the world leader, and we only praise him because that is the closest we'll ever get to world peace, is when everyone was doing Gangnam Style on the playground.
Yeah, literally.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, slay. So my next point was, this kind of like tags on a little bit like space theme, was the moon landing fake? And now with this, I'm talking about the OG moon landing, the OG Russia versus USA, Neil Armstrong. And also, fun fact, this isn't a fun fact, but Neil Armstrong, Neil A, backwards, is alien. Have that.
Wow.
So it ties in, it's all coming together.
You know that video? I just love the video.
Oh no.
We're obsessed with this video. We literally laughed for hours at this.
My
There's
God.
a video of this, I think she's an American girl, isn't she? Where she's like
I think she's American.
Yeah. And she's like,
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, she's like, if Louis Armstrong really went to the moon, then how could he, if humans can only hold their breath for like 2 minutes, how did Louis Armstrong go to the moon? And then it just cuts to this video of like it's like just a picture of Louis Armstrong, and then it's going, help, I am on the moon.
It's not real.
We're like obsessed with that video.
So good.
Help. We always do that now, don't we? Go, help. I am on the moon.
Oh, it's brilliant. We'll tag that below.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But do you think the moon landing is fake?
I honestly don't know. I feel like we will never know. It's one of those where we will never know. I always thought it was, and then when people were like, oh, but it's fake, I was like,
okay,
you're just a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm never gonna, like, judge someone for thinking that, because you will never know. Like, it could well be fake, and we have no idea.
It's true. Well, the only thing that gets me is, like, I don't even know if this is real. I, to be fair, have not seen the OG One Small Step for Man.
Yeah.
I've not seen the OG footage.
Yeah.
It's not on YouTube.
The archives.
Yet, I've not been through the archives. But apparently when they put the flag up, the USA flag, apparently when they put that up, it's like, there's like blowing in the wind.
Oh,
but
right.
There's no wind on the moon because there's no gravity. Okay. So like that's the only thing, I do not even know if that's real. But apparently there's like a picture of like, I was going to say Louis Armstrong. Neil Armstrong like putting the flag up, and it's like...
Sorry.
It's like floating.
Right.
And it's like, so how did that happen? But surely that's not a rookie error that they would have made.
Yeah.
You'd think if they were trying to, and I get the only other thing that makes me think that it is fake, and again, I don't know. I'm not that far into like the Twitter hole to know yet. But like the only other thing that makes me think it was fake is like the fact that like Russia and America, I don't know if we were involved or if it was just Russia and America, were so desperate for one of them to get to the moon because that meant they were better or something. I don't really know. Like someone had an ego boost.
Space Wars, isn't it? Like, yeah.
It's basically like Star Wars, Space Wars, but like someone needed an ego boost somewhere along the line. And like maybe they were just so desperate, they were like, I don't care, do it in a Hollywood basement.
Yeah.
Just put it together in like a studio. Like, but surely they were not that rushed that it would like float
But then
about.
didn't they have like a whole thing where you watched the rocket go up?
Well, yeah, but they could have just like sent a rocket up and then like it
true.
came back down.
And then manufactured the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They could have
true.
just sent a rocket up and then like 2 days, like a day later, being like, "Oh, look, guys, look what's
Well,
just
had like
broadcast."
Neil Armstrong's actually just like circling Earth for a while. He's like, I'm just gonna keep circling.
Well, yeah, but
and
I
come
think
back
that
down.
like no one was up there.
Yeah.
It could have just been like a rocket they
Yeah.
sent up and then it just came back down, landed in the sea somewhere.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Like some rockets do, you know, when they fail or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is just like what I've seen
Yeah.
in my like very not too deep dive on Twitter. But yeah, I feel like it's an interesting one because a lot of
Yeah.
people think it was fake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think it was fake, and maybe back in them days they didn't know that there would be no wind on the moon
That's true.
because they'd never been. So they were like, they like flipped a coin and they were like, yeah, make it windy. I don't know. Heads make it windy,
Make it windy.
tails make it not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I feel like again we will never know
No.
because no one will ever admit that, and also the people, I don't know when the moon landing was, 1968 question mark.
Yeah.
If that's
think so.
right, I'm absolutely legend. I'm gonna Google that after this. But yeah, but my next one was the quantum leaping that we spoke about.
Yes, we've spoken about quantum leaping.
We have. So like obviously there's a theory. I don't know how to explain this, but there's a theory that you can leap to a higher version of yourself
Yeah.
spiritually. And you can do this through exercises or you can do this spontaneously.
Is this also spontaneously? There you go.
Spontaneously. Yes.
I don't know the word. Let's move on.
Yeah.
But is this also like the same theory that you can like travel to another you in a universe, and that's where the Mandela effect comes from, where it's like
kind of.
you've like lived in like a universe, and then when you quantum leap, you can go into like another version of you in like a very very similar universe, but there's some tiny things off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, with like when people are like, oh well, this logo is very different to what it was,
like the Monopoly Man.
yeah.
There's like
Which-
something about the Monopoly
Yeah,
Man.
is it like something like he has a mustache and then he doesn't, or he has like a monocle and then he
or
doesn't?
it's like mirror mirror on the wall. But
That's
it's not
yeah.
that. It's magic mirror on the
And
wall.
like with Darth Vader, where he's like, is it Luke, you are my son? And then everyone's like, but
No,
it's no, you are my son.
It's Luke, I am your father, but it's not Luke. He doesn't
That's
ever
it. Why
says
was he
Luke.
saying you are my son?
I was like, I don't know where you got
That's
this
such
from.
like an iconic line as well. How did I mess that up?
Only
Wow.
one of the most iconic lines in TV.
I really
ever.
fumbled there.
But like Luke, I am your father. But he says no, I am your
Which
father.
it's still Luke. Like I watched that film. It's still Luke.
it's
like,
still Luke. And I still think it's mirror mirror on the wall, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's magic mirror on the wall.
Which is like, I think that's like another theory, is that quantum leaping is also you leaping into a very very similar universe, but there are tiny little changes.
But it's weird that like everyone thinks these things.
Yeah.
Like you ask like 9 times. Oh, there's like loads of Mandela effects.
There
like,
are, yeah.
There's so many.
It's like the Pringles can, like people saying with like the mustache or no mustache.
He has a mustache, right?
I think so. But now I'm like, do we go look at the Pringles in my cupboard and see?
I'm like, does he?
I think he does.
Oh, we'll find out.
I
After
don't know.
this. I have no idea. This is
Yeah.
the thing that I feel like there's certain things that people are just like, yeah, but this, and like people like it is weird how we all recall things differently.
Yeah.
Like there are even some events that some people swear different things happen, like big historical events that people swear, no, this thing happened, and it's like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, and people swear that some things happened when
Yeah.
they didn't, and it's like, how weird.
How does that happen?
Like, it is weird. And then the theory that you can train yourself to leap to a higher spiritual version of yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I do think, like, I believe in the universe, and I do think we should do another episode on maybe like the universe.
The universe is like effect on stuff.
As like a concept, yeah.
Yeah, like it watches over you and it
brings stuff like that.
yeah.
Like I do believe in that.
When people are like, oh, the universe is like doing this for me.
Yeah, but I do also believe that a lot of the stuff that comes from the universe is, how do I put this? Like, it's the like repercussions of your own actions.
Yeah.
Like when people
like
say
karma.
Like when people say, oh, I'm gonna act like I already have something and then I'll have it. And it's like, well, yeah, like for example, if you wanted your dream body, whatever that is for you, and you acted like you had that, you went to the gym, you ate more protein, you did more weights, you got a PT, like whatever dream body means for you, then you eventually would get that because you're acting like you already have it. Therefore, of course you would get that because of your own actions.
Yeah.
Or like, you know how people say like, oh, the energy of the people around you, like the whole concept of surround yourself with 5 people and you'll become the 6th. Like, yeah, of course you will, because people around you are saying, oh, actually, I've got this new book, you should read it. And then you get into reading because you're friends with them. And then, like, you start a podcast because you're friends with someone else, and they're motivating you. And of course you will. It's not the universe. That's the people around you helping you because they're like you. Whereas I do think that sometimes you can kind of move into different versions of yourself spiritually.
Yeah.
And I believe that that is something that is sometimes out of your control, or potentially you can help yourself do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like I just spoke about a whole lot of...
We've had this discussion before though, haven't we? Because you said to me that you feel like you've quantum leapt.
Yeah.
And then I've sort of said, but is that just a normal human thing that you have changed over time?
It's interesting because when I felt... maybe quantum leapt is like a strong word, but like when I felt like I'd maybe done something similar, it was that's the thing that it wasn't over time. It was I
just suddenly happened
one day and everything felt different. Like everything felt different. My aspirations in life had changed. Some of my dreams had changed. Like how I felt about people in my life who'd been in my life for like a long time had like changed. Like I'd grown closer to them. Like literally felt like closer, like overnight. Like literally like everything about like my goals, my wants, my needs had all changed, like, and it felt like overnight. Like it felt like I'd woken up like with a new lease of life. Like it was weird. And like I was literally having a bit of a breakdown for like a week because I was like all my thoughts had changed and I didn't know what to do about that. And then when I started like researching it, because as you do, you know, I was kind of like, this is kind of similar, but then I don't know if I fully believe in that. But then I don't know why else I woke up feeling like that. That I sound crazy, but no, I'm sure there's at least one person out there who like understands, which is weird. But then that also could be maybe I subconsciously changed a few habits
and you didn't
in
realize.
The past week, and I didn't realize that I'd changed them few habits. But it just came in my life when everything felt very stagnant. And everything, it felt like I needed a big change. And I hadn't even thought about what that change was going to be, and then I woke up one day and thought, this is it. I knew what I had to do.
It can also potentially be like mental health stuff, because they say obviously like your mental health is affected by your habits as well. So like how you're eating, how you're sleeping. So it could be down to like maybe before you weren't eating or sleeping as well, like drinking enough water. There you go. And like you've had all your thoughts were probably quite stagnant, and like it was maybe a mental health thing where, because I feel like that sometimes. I have some days where I'm like, oh, I don't feel very close to my friends, and it's because like I'm in a bad mental health day. Do you know what I mean? So it might be that you started eating better, you started sleeping better, you started drinking more water, and then your mental health like switched.
It's true.
It could be that, but that's not me saying you didn't quantum leap.
No, I mean,
it's just these are like different theories of why that happened.
Well, maybe I'll attempt to quantum leap again.
And
I'll be like, guys, I've done it again. I'm just leaping.
How do people like actually? Do people
there's like
actively try and do it?
Yeah, there's like exercises. When I looked into it, we should do this. Oh my god, we should do like oh my god, do you reckon it's like a quantum leaping class? Oh my god, I'm so
could you imagine?
We are so going to one of the I'm so googling that straight after this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cool. But like there's like exercises you can do to like quantum leap that people believe, and they believe they can train you to leap to a higher version of yourself spiritually.
That's quite cool.
There's like so many exercises for online. Like it's so interesting when you like look into it. So maybe we should try some of them. And then we'll come back.
And tell you. But this kind of links a little bit to the idea of, you know, like when people can control dreams. Because there's some people who actively do exercises before they go to bed so they can like be aware of their dreams. Like that's happened to me before.
Oh my god, me too.
Where it's like, but it's like I've not even done the exercises. I've gone to bed. I'm like in a dream. And I'm like, but then none of this is real. Like, I know it's a dream. Like, I'm very aware it's a dream, and I'm aware, like, I can control that dream. Which obviously isn't a normal thing. Like, when you dream, it feels very real. And, like, I've had so many dreams before where I'm literally in the dream and I'm like, but this is just a dream. It's fine. Or a really weird one is I was in a dream, literally, like, talking to someone, and then I went, oh, my alarm's about to go off, so I've got to go. And my alarm went off, and I was like, what the hell?
That's so weird.
I know. It was really, like, my brain just knew. It was like, oh, my alarm's about to go off, so I need to go.
That's so weird.
But I also, do you believe that, like, people that you've lost in life can visit you in dreams as well? This is another thing. Because I don't know if that was it. If I was, genuinely, I was saying, oh, I've got to go, because I was actually talking to someone rather than just being in a dream state. Because I do believe, like, my grandparents and my cat visit me. Because I always have dreams, and they're always very vivid, and, like, we know they're not meant to be there. It's like we'll be sat in my parents' living room, like all my grandparents, my cat are there, and me and my mum are like talking, and we're like, oh, like Mabel, our cat's come to visit. Oh, it's nice that Grandma and Grandad could be here. Like, and we know they're not meant to be alive, and we just see it as they're visiting.
Yeah,
and I genuinely believe that is them visiting me in my dream.
Yeah, well, I think when people pass away or like move on, I think their souls are still around.
Yeah, because we have energy. Like that energy has to go somewhere.
I don't believe in like ghosts.
No,
but I believe that energy can visit you potentially in areas of your life as well.
Yeah.
Like, for example, someone may have a particular bird that they associate with someone who's passed.
Yeah, and that bird visits.
But then you start to notice that more often because that energy is kind of being like pushed onto you a little bit. Like, oh, notice that Robin, and they that's me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think you can notice energy, and I think that energy can visit you.
Yeah,
and I do think that energy can visit you like in your dreams and stuff as well.
Yeah,
and I think it's interesting with like the lucid dreaming because like I've experienced that like once or twice, but it's definitely more common in like other people. But it is weird really when cool, you wake up and you're like in your dream and you kind of you're like, yeah, but this is just a dream.
Yeah,
there's been times before where I've been like in a scary dream, not like a nightmare as such, but as in I'm being chased, or I remember I had a dream once that was like Five Nights at Freddy's, and that actually was really scary. And then like I've been like, oh, it's fine because I'll just like throw myself out this window and I'll wake up. And then I just kind of like yeeted myself out the window because I was being chased by like Five Nights at Freddy's and like the Freddy guy, and so I just like yeeted myself out the window, and obviously I woke up. So like
that's so funny.
But I woke up in my dream because I was so scared, and I was like, oh, it's fine. Like,
have you ever had it before where you're like actively trying to wake up and you can't?
Yes,
I had that the other night where I was like, oh, I need to check the time. Like literally I was asleep and I was like, I need to check the time, and it was like just a loop of this thing where I was trying to like turn to my phone and I physically couldn't move, or I was turning and then suddenly I was facing like back over the other way again, and I was trying to turn to check my phone then, and it just kept happening where I kept thinking, like it was about 10 times where I woke up, where I wake up, turn to check my phone, and then I'm back over like the other side again, and then I wake up and I try, and it happened 10 times until I eventually woke up, but each time I genuinely thought I was awake.
So weird.
And it's really scared me. When I actually woke up, I was like,
what the
is this
hell?
real? I was like, is this real?
Gosh. I feel like it's just so interesting, like stuff like that. Like,
why does that happen? What happens in your brain that makes
this
that
normal?
Happen?
Like, is anyone out there experiencing the same things? Well, my final point is kind of a little bit related to this.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like around the concept that some people believe that like our lives are simulations.
Okay.
I don't believe in this one, but I know some people do believe in the fact that not like
there's
the
like
Truman
a greater
Show,
force out
but
there.
as in that there's something, and that actually you're the only real entity.
Yeah.
And that everyone, for example, if it was my life, you would be a simulation right now, and not like I guess it's kind of. People maybe believe in this because it's a little bit reassuring to think, oh, no, this is real.
Yeah.
Lol.
I must admit, when I was like 14, maybe like even 13, and I watched The Truman Show for the first time, I genuinely believed that I was then in The Truman Show.
Fair enough.
Like, but I think that was because I had a very immature brain, and that film kind of scared me a little bit, where I was like, but how would you know if everything was fake? Yeah. How would you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's why I genuinely believed it, where I was like watching like cars on the street, and I was like, that car has passed twice. Because that was a thing. It wasn't, he started watching stuff, and he started realizing things were repeatedly happening, because it was like cast and extras like moving around.
Yeah.
So when I was like 13, 14, I genuinely believed like The Truman Show was my life. Because I was like, how do you ever, and then like I asked my mum, because I was terrified. I was like, Mum, would The Truman Show actually happen in real life? And she was like, no, I'm pretty sure that would be like illegal. And I was like, yeah, but you're just saying that because it's happening. And she was like, how do I get you to believe this?
She was like, what the hell?
I was like, yeah, but you could just be saying that. And she was like, I'm not just saying it, Amelia. She was like, please just go to bed.
She's like, Amelia, it's midnight. Like, you have school in like 7 hours. Like, we were probably studying science. Like, yeah. And then my mum said this really weird thing. Like, but I don't believe that our life is a simulation, but I think it's potentially a reassuring factor. But I guess there's a lot of things that people use for like reassurance, like
and like coping mechanisms.
Yeah, like I do think sometimes I use like the concept of the universe as like reassurance.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
And like I do believe that what's meant for you won't pass you by, and some things sometimes do go wrong to steer you away from that.
From a bad thing
happening to you.
Do you believe in karma as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in karma, but I believe like, for example, if you do bad things, there are obviously bad things are going to happen to you because of the repercussions of your bad things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, obviously, if you put out bad energy and you're doing bad things to other people, eventually someone's going to do something bad to you because of something you did to them. Therefore, I don't know if it's particularly, like, the universe,
yeah,
and maybe like helping it along. But like I think that is obviously going to come back to bite you because someone's going to clock you and do it back to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I do like think does happen. Like obviously maybe for more like really bad things. But yeah. Do you believe in karma?
I do. Yeah. I always think like I feel like there are so many like awful people out there. Surely in the end you can't just get away with it.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, because I don't necessarily believe in like heaven and hell, but I believe that after life there has to be something.
Yeah.
So I think even like, you know, these bad people who get away with stuff in life, maybe when they die they have some sort of repercussion afterwards.
Yeah.
Whether it's like they're stuck in limbo or something like that, or maybe heaven and hell does exist and they go to hell. Like I think you can never get away with a bad thing. Like even if in life you get away with it, in death I don't think you will.
It's coming for you.
Or even if it's just like after you die, you know, kind of like there's been like a lot of people where after they've died bad stuff has come out about them and everyone's view on them changes.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that, like I think
that is also like that's probably the worst form of karma.
Yeah.
Because it's like you kind of thought you died with like your head held high. And
and then everyone hates you after it. So a bit like you said, I don't know if that's karma or if it is just the repercussions of your actions.
Yeah. And that will eventually come back. Yeah. But again, that's quite reassuring.
Yeah.
Like for someone who I'd like to think I don't do
like a good person.
Things.
Yeah. I like to think I'm a good person.
But yeah, like they're just I feel like some interesting topics.
We got quite deep in parts there.
Yeah, I feel like it would be interesting to do like an episode maybe on like the universe and like mindset.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we do have similar mindsets, and I feel like mindset is something I'm very focused on, especially over the last 6 months of my life. Like I think it is something really important, and I think it would be nice to maybe have
like manifestation and stuff like that.
Yeah, and oh my god, we should look for a quantum leaping workshop.
We should,
like high key. Like, and we will report back to you guys. Like, I'm genuinely about to go search that. But yeah, like, if you guys have any other theories or conspiracy theories, or you know,
or if you just agree with us on a lot of these,
like there is a lot of other conspiracy theories, such as someone said to me last night about JFK and Marilyn Monroe being assassinated by the same person.
Oh,
I was like, that's a theory. Yeah,
I have seen the theory that Marilyn Monroe was assassinated.
Yeah, apparently it was like a double assassination. But again, there are lots of celebrity theories and other deep, like theories that aren't as deep as, you know, the karma. Like, like I don't know. We could also discuss. But if you have any that you'd like us to look into, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with another episode that will probably be back on a fandom and slightly
we're probably going to do more book reviews,
more like a movie review.
We've got a lot of Once Upon a Time, haven't we?
Yes,
we'll probably do another Marvel.
Yes,
we've got a tea episode coming out as well.
Oh yes, and if
taste
you have
testing teas.
I'm so excited for that one. And if you have any other like fandoms you want us to explore, we need to do Star Wars.
We do, even though like in this episode I misquoted, but
it's okay. It's okay, we'll rewatch.
Look, it's my brain just doesn't work sometimes. All right, I'm not a fake fan. I'm not a fake fan. I knew that the line was "I am your father," but
you knew.
I knew.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You can redeem
yourself. No, because everyone's going to cancel me now.
No, you can redeem yourself in the Star Wars episode.
There we go. We'll do that. But so thank you for watching and listening.
And we'll hopefully see you again soon.
Yeah, see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.